This is massive. From my last video, my viewers are currently enjoying it. So if you haven't seen it, do what to watch, be sync with the video and thank me later. From that last video, a viewer of mine commented that I did a good job in that video and he wanted the same for middle game and end game. Being a creator that loves feedback, I decided to make this video. And this video is gonna blow your mind. Just like I did justice to the previous video, I'm going to do the same justice to this video. And we are going to talk about things to watch out for in a middle game. And once you watch out for these things, your middle game will increase drastically. I'm talking about 100 to 200 rating points boost. We are going to start from the most popular to the rarest of them. Remember when I told you that this video is going to be jaw dropping? Now this is a stepping stone to the jaw dropping video. White can give a fork on every of its move, and this is mind blowing. Take for example, you push upon one square forward, you're actually forking the two knights. If you play knight to e5, you're actually hitting the king, hitting the rook, hitting the bishop all at once. If you play up to c2, you're actually hitting the rook and hitting the queen. And it doesn't just end there. I mean, this is mind blowing. You play rook to b5, you're still hitting both knights at the same time. You play queen to e7, you still hit the rook and hit the knight at the same time. Oh, and this shit just got weird, because even if you play king to g7, you still hit the bishop and hit the rook at the same freaking time. Chess is wide. This concept can never be overemphasized, as watching out for this in your middle game will actually give you the advantage in most positions. You can move a bishop to e1, pin the knight to the rook. Not only that, you are now threatening to play queen to b2, giving a check to the king and also picking up the knight, either with your rook or your queen. To me, this is the easiest trap that your opponent or you yourself can even fall for in your middle game. So watch out for that. You watch out to give checks that are actually to your own advantage, and you also watch out to avoid checks that are actually to your opponent's advantage. Taking this position for example, White uncocked this brilliance, giving a check to the king. There are three ways you can block a check: moving the checked king to another square where it isn't on check anymore, 2. blocking the check with another piece, 3. capturing the piece. In this position you can carry out 3 of them, but now we need to ask ourselves the question, which of the 3 ways to avoid this check is actually better for us? It will be insane for us to sacrifice our rook for this bishop. It is also insane to block with your knight. It is best to remove your king from the check. Oh my god, I'm speechless right now, because this concept to watch out for your middle game is actually top notch, and this is the skewer. Now in this position you can actually skewer in 3 different ways. Watch and learn. Bishop d7 is actually a skewer. Yes, I know you can say you can get out of the skewer with a check to the king, but what happens after the king moves here? You can also skewer the king and hit the knight at the same time. Now how can you stop that? And you can also skewer the same king and hit the knight. Whew. I mean, chess is actually great when you're winning. Similar to the check we spoke about earlier, this is actually the discovered check. As you can see here, releasing your knight actually hits the bishop, but this can be easily refuted. What about if you play knight to g5? I think this is actually sweeter and better for white. If you have been watching Eric Rosen's video way back in 2021-2020, you will notice that he once fell for this trap in one of his videos by, I can vividly remember, a 2200 rated chess player in a blitz game. This is not the particular position that he had in the video, but it was similar to this. The queen is actually overloaded, and what we do in this position is capture this bishop, and once the queen captures, you can capture the knight, and I can assure you that there is no winning this for black regardless of having a queen. Now I have scrolled through the internet, and this particular concept is not popularly spoken about. This is when moving your own piece makes your opponent's piece vulnerable. Take for example this position. You sacrifice your knight and his own knight is now vulnerable for capture. Yes, he can sacrifice his knight back, but you can simply capture and the material balance is restored thanks to Desperado. Oh, and this is my favorite just yet. This is actually a mating pattern that you need to avoid in your middle games. Yes, I know that mate usually occurs in end games, but being mated in your middle game is actually a very embarrassing thing that occurs. You mating your opponent in the middle game is actually the dream of most chess players. And you need to take note of these patterns. This is actually the smarter mate. As you see in this position, you can sacrifice your queen, and once it takes, you can just simply move your knight over and deliver an astonishing mate. Now, this concept is the concept of luring your opponent to leave his back rank open by either giving him a poisoned pawn or poisoned piece, something of that nature. And the purpose of showing these examples is to boost your creativity in your middle game and teach you how to be tricky and set minor traps that can help you win the game. White can see, oh, this bishop is actually undefended, and once he captures it, he's roast because this is actually check. Now, the last on our list is what we call the poisoned piece, and this particular example, I've used it countless times to get a pure advantage over my opponent. And this is where you kind of force your opponent into capturing your piece, and once he does that, it turns out to be a poisoned pawn, and he is not getting out from it without being materially down. As you can see that once he captures this pawn, you push your pawn forward, and no matter regardless of what he does, you can actually move your rook up and this queen is trapped. How cool is this? Yeah, please like, please share, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.